Hi, I'm Judy and today I'm going to be showing you how to work the shaping for the heel tab on a trainer sock cuff using German short rows. We begin this video at exactly the same place as we left the last one. We've already knit halfway up the cuff for the trainer sock, and it's now time to create a heel tab on the back of the cuff. We'll be knitting across the first half of the needles and we'll be leaving the other half of the needles on the other two needles or on the other half of your circular needle. We'll be working across to the centre and then a few extra stitches onto the second needle. We'll then turn the work and work back across, turn again, work back across, turn again, picking up one stitch on each side to make a gradual shaping for the heel tab. When we get to the last 7 or so stitches, we'll be picking up 2 stitches on each side, and this will graduate the heel tab into a lovely shape. If you're working on a circular needle, pop a stitch marker halfway across your stitches from the beginning of the round. So now I'm going to knit across for my size 19 stitches. So 14 stitches across the first needle and then another 5 across from the centre. I'll just pop this needle down just now and I'll be working across just the 2 needles here back and forward. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and now I'm going to turn my work. And this is where I'm going to make my double stitch. I'm now going to purl across the middle stitches, so I'm going to purl across for 9 stitches across these middle stitches to create the start of the tab. I'm first going to create my double stitch for the German short row, which I would normally do by slipping the stitch purlwise, wrapping the yarn round and then purling across. However, it gives a much smoother transition if you have your yarn at the back of the work and you purl your stitch on the purl side, you slip your stitch knitwise. So slip knitwise, pull your yarn around, which creates a double stitch there. Can you see? You can hold on to it with your middle finger and then just purl across. So purl across 9 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm now going to create another double stitch on the other side. So I'll be turning my work and working across these stitches again, picking up 1 stitch as I go each time I turn my work. So this time to create my double stitch, I'll be slipping purlwise, taking my yarn around and continuing to knit along my live stitches until I reach that double stitch that was created on the other side. And there's a double stitch. So we're going to work into the back of that, working into both legs, but it's a knit into the back of the stitch. Okay, so knit that, and then knit one more stitch and turn your work. So we're ready to create another double stitch. So the yarn at the back, slip one knitwise, yarn around towards you and purl across until you reach that double stitch that was created on the knit side. So there it is. This time you're just purling into it, purling into both legs of the double stitch. You see? There's two legs, there's your double stitch, and you purl into both legs of it. And you purl your next stitch and turn your work. So you carry on doing this, picking up one stitch on each side. So this was slip purl, yarn round, knit across till you meet your double stitch and knit into the back of it. You carry on doing that until there are, in my case, 7 stitches left on each side. The other sizes, it's a different number of stitches. There's my double stitch, knit into both legs into the back of the stitch. Knit one more stitch, turn your work, and same again. So slip, knitwise for a wrong row side, bring your yarn towards you and purl across. So I now have 7 stitches remaining on this side, unworked stitches, and 7 unworked stitches remaining on that side. So this time when I'm going to turn my work, I'm going to knit 2 stitches from the unworked stitches. So as before, we make our double stitch, knit across our stitches until we meet our last double stitch. Which we knit into the back of, and this time we're going to knit 2 stitches before we turn. This just creates a much more gradual shaping for the heel tab. Same again, slip, purl across, purl that double stitch and purl 2 and turn. And you're going to carry on like that until there's one unworked stitch on either side. So there we are, and look at the lovely shaping for the heel tab. We have one stitch left, unworked stitch at that side, one unworked stitch at that side. We have a double stitch on that side, but we don't have one on the right side. So we have one more double stitch to do, and then continue working in the round. So there's our double stitch, knit across till we reach that double stitch from the wrong side, which we'll work into the back of, and then we'll continue on our needles that have been holding the back stitches. There's our double stitch, knit into the back of it, knit our last stitch, and continue around our other needles. So when you reach that last unworked stitch and that last double stitch, there's a special technique we use to join the two stitches together so that there's no great big gaping hole. So we just work an SSK. So we slip the stitch, we slip the first leg of the double stitch, and then we knit them together through the back of the stitch. We then knit the second leg of the stitch, and then we continue to work around. See, that's closed up that gap. We continue to work the stitches across that needle. So we now continue to work in the round until the same number of rows have been completed as there were for the first half of the cuff, and that will allow us to fold the tab over and then join the stitches together and picking up the stitches from the provisional cast on. If you have a little look, you can see that it's really nice smooth transitions of stitches across the fold where these German short row double stitches were worked. It looks even nicer when the sock's been blocked. You really can't see these double stitches. So that's it for now. The next video I will show you how to pick up the stitches from the provisional cast on and then join them with the live stitches to make that beautiful cuff. I'll see you then.